In today's fast-paced world, where the pressure to achieve and succeed is often relentless, the concept of stillness may seem counterintuitive. We are conditioned to believe that success is measured by constant activity, visible results, and the ability to keep moving forward without pause. However, this perspective can lead to burnout, anxiety, and a disconnection from our true selves. The reality is that true success is not merely about the hustle, it is also about cultivating the strength of patience through stillness. Stillness in this context is not an absence of action, but a conscious choice to slow down, reflect, and create space for clarity. It is in these moments of quiet that we can connect with our inner thoughts, assess our goals, and gain insights that may be obscured by the noise of daily life. Patience emerges as a powerful ally in this process, allowing us to navigate challenges with grace and resilience rather than succumbing to frustration or impulsivity. Embracing stillness through patience empowers us to trust the journey and recognize that progress often unfolds in non-linear ways. It teaches us to value the lessons gained from waiting and observing, transforming moments of inactivity into opportunities for personal growth. In the depths of stillness, we cultivate a stronger sense of self-awareness, enabling us to make decisions that align with our authentic values and aspirations. In this exploration of stillness through success, we will delve into the vital role that patience plays in fostering clarity, resilience, and fulfillment. By understanding the interplay between stillness and success, we can redefine our relationship with achievement, realizing that the path to true success is not just about what we accomplish, but also about how we navigate the journey. Together, let us embrace the strength of patience, discovering how stillness can lead to a more meaningful, authentic, and ultimately successful life. Understanding stillness. In our fast-paced world, stillness is often undervalued, mistaken for inaction or lack of ambition. However, true stillness is an intentional and powerful state that helps us reset, recharge, and realign with our deepest purpose. Stillness is not simply the absence of movement or noise, it is a space we create within ourselves where we are able to reflect, gain clarity, and reconnect with our inner values. Embracing stillness means intentionally choosing to pause, despite the endless demands and distractions around us. This act of slowing down can be transformative because it allows us to listen more deeply, not only to our surroundings, but more importantly, to ourselves. At the core of stillness lies a commitment to mindfulness and presence. It's a conscious effort to center ourselves in the here and now, putting aside worries about the past and anxieties about the future. By immersing ourselves in this present moment, we become more attuned to our thoughts, emotions, and intuitions, which often hold the guidance we need for the journey ahead. In this space, we can evaluate our actions, understand our true motives, and discern whether we're following a path that genuinely aligns with our values and aspirations. Stillness is also a pathway to resilience. Life inevitably presents us with challenges and unexpected turns, and in these moments, rushing often leads to rash decisions or burnout. Stillness offers a much-needed pause where we can process, adapt, and approach problems with a fresh perspective. Rather than reacting impulsively, we respond thoughtfully. This deliberate pause builds inner strength, allowing us to handle stress with composure and face adversity with a balanced mind. In embracing stillness, we learn to quiet the noise of external pressures and the often relentless internal chatter that drives us to constantly do more, achieve more, and be more. Instead of measuring success by speed or productivity, we come to appreciate the quiet progress that happens in still moments. We realize that success is not always about relentless motion sometimes. It is found in the pause where ideas are born, clarity is gained, and the foundation for meaningful progress is laid. Stillness is a discipline that requires practice and patience. But as we incorporate moments of stillness into our daily lives, we become more intentional, more resilient, and more connected to ourselves, allowing us to pursue our goals with a renewed sense of purpose and direction. Patience as a skill. Patience is often seen as a passive state waiting for circumstances to change or outcomes to unfold. However, patience is far from passive. It is an active, empowering skill that requires discipline and practice. As a skill, patience helps us manage our impulses, overcome immediate frustrations, and maintain a broader perspective. Just as with any other skill, patience can be developed and honed over time, and the benefits are transformative. It enables us to stay focused on long-term goals, deepen our connections, and make more intentional choices even in the face of challenges. Developing patience starts with cultivating awareness. When we feel impatient, it's often because we're focused on an outcome we feel is delayed or something we want to control immediately. Recognizing these feelings allows us to pause, take a step back, and ask ourselves what we truly need in the moment. Instead of pushing for quick fixes or instant gratification, we can use this pause to recalibrate, ensuring our actions align with our values and aspirations. This mindful approach can shift our perspective, allowing us to appreciate the process rather than just the outcome. Patience also strengthens our resilience. Life's challenges rarely unfold according to our plans, and developing patience equips us to adapt when things don't go as expected. When setbacks occur, patience allows us to maintain our composure and recalibrate without losing sight of our goals. Instead of reacting impulsively, we respond thoughtfully, looking for solutions or simply accepting that some things require time to evolve. This resilience not only helps us stay on course, but also prevents the burnout that often comes from trying to force outcomes prematurely. In relationships, patience enhances our empathy and understanding. When we approach situations with patience, we're more open to others' perspectives, even when they differ from our own. This openness fosters stronger, more meaningful connections as people feel seen, heard, and valued. By choosing to be patient with others, we create space for genuine communication and understanding, which are essential for building trust and collaboration. Patience teaches us to trust the timing of our journey. While we may desire immediate results, learning to wait with grace reminds us that growth and success often require time. Every small, steady step builds a foundation for long-lasting achievements. By embracing patience as an active, practiced skill, we empower ourselves to face obstacles with resilience, appreciate the journey, and create space for authentic progress. The role of self-trust. Self-trust is foundational to personal growth and success. It's the belief that we can rely on ourselves to make sound decisions, handle challenges, and pursue our goals with confidence. Often overlooked, self-trust is essential to maintaining resilience, focus, and clarity as we navigate life's uncertainties. When we cultivate self-trust, we develop an inner compass that guides us through both the highs and lows, helping us stay aligned with our values and aspirations, regardless of external pressures. At its core, self-trust is about accepting that we are capable of managing our lives. It doesn't mean that we expect perfection from ourselves. Rather, it's about having faith in our ability to adapt and grow from any situation. Trusting ourselves means we know we can make mistakes and still come out stronger, learning along the way. This kind of inner assurance fosters a sense of stability and strength that grounds us, even in the face of doubt or criticism from others. Self-trust is especially important when we face uncertainty. When outcomes are unclear or situations are challenging, it can be easy to second-guess our choices. But self-trust gives us the confidence to stay the course. It allows us to move forward even when we don't have all the answers, because we believe in our ability to navigate whatever lies ahead. This trust isn't blind optimism, it's a realistic acknowledgement that no matter the outcome, we are capable of handling it and adapting as necessary. Building self-trust requires patience and practice. It's developed gradually through consistent action and by honoring our own needs and boundaries. One way to strengthen self-trust is by setting small, achievable goals and following through on them. Every time we honor a commitment to ourselves, we reinforce the message that we are reliable, capable, and worthy of our own trust. Over time, these small actions accumulate into a foundation of confidence that supports us in larger challenges. Self-trust also enhances our relationships with others. When we have a strong sense of self-reliance, we're less likely to seek validation or approval from external sources. This inner confidence allows us to communicate more authentically, set healthy boundaries, and make choices based on what we truly want rather than what we think others expect. As a result, our interactions become more genuine and our relationships thrive on mutual respect rather than dependency. Self-trust empowers us to live in alignment with our true selves. By trusting in our ability to navigate life's journey, we open ourselves to opportunities for growth, connection, and fulfillment. It becomes the foundation upon which we build a life of purpose, resilience, and joy. Resilience in pausing. In our fast-paced world, we're often conditioned to equate movement with progress. Yet there is immense power and strength in learning to pause. Pausing doesn't mean giving up or being passive. Rather, it's a conscious choice to step back, gather ourselves, and approach life's challenges with renewed clarity and intention. In fact, resilience, our capacity to adapt to setbacks and continue forward, is often strengthened through intentional pauses. These moments allow us to process emotions, reflect on our path, and make thoughtful choices, all of which contribute to a more grounded and enduring resilience. When we encounter obstacles, our immediate reaction is often to act quickly to resolve or bypass the difficulty. However, this reaction can sometimes lead to hasty decisions that are more about escaping discomfort than truly addressing the issue at hand. By pausing, we create space to assess the situation from a calmer, more centered place. This allows us to make decisions that are aligned with our values and long-term goals, rather than ones driven by momentary fear or frustration. In doing so, we build resilience because we become more practiced in making choices that truly serve us, even in the face of adversity. Pausing also provides the time needed for emotional processing. Setbacks and challenges often bring up difficult emotions, anger, sadness, disappointment. When we allow ourselves to feel and process these emotions rather than brushing them aside, we prevent them from building up and clouding our judgment. Taking a moment to pause, breathe, and acknowledge how we feel can be transformative. It allows us to approach our challenges with a clear mind, grounded in a balanced emotional state. This emotional clarity enhances resilience by ensuring that we're responding to situations thoughtfully rather than reactively. Furthermore, the pause serves as a time for recalibration. Just as we recalibrate a compass to ensure it's pointing north, we can use pauses to realign with our goals and values. In a pause, we may recognize that a particular path no longer serves us, or we may discover an alternative approach that we hadn't previously considered. This intentional shift in perspective is a key aspect of resilience that helps us adapt and find new ways forward when faced with obstacles. Resilience in pausing reminds us that success is not defined by constant activity but by purposeful action. We may even find that moments of pause become some of the most pivotal parts of our journey, where clarity emerges, solutions arise, and we regain the energy to push forward. Embracing the pause is a practice in trusting that resilience doesn't always mean charging ahead sometimes. It's about finding strength in stillness, knowing that the next step will reveal itself in due time. The power of presence. Presence is a powerful, often overlooked force that enables us to connect more deeply with ourselves, our work, and those around us. Being truly present means engaging fully in the moment, setting aside distractions, and giving our undivided attention to the task or person before us. In a world filled with noise and rapid demands on our attention, presence can feel elusive, but it's also transformative. When we cultivate presence, we bring our full selves to each moment, creating opportunities for deeper understanding, greater productivity, and a more authentic sense of connection and fulfillment. Presence begins with mindfulness, the practice of consciously grounding ourselves in the here and now. Often our minds drift into thoughts about the past or future worries, regrets, or ambitions while missing what is unfolding in the present. By choosing to focus on the moment, we can foster a sense of calm and clarity. This shift not only enhances our ability to concentrate, but also allows us to perceive situations more objectively and make decisions based on clear insights, rather than being clouded by stress or distraction. In our relationships, the power of presence cannot be overstated. People can tell when we're not fully engaged or when our minds are elsewhere, even if we're physically there. When we are present with others, listening actively, making eye contact, and responding genuinely, they feel valued and understood. This presence builds trust, which is the foundation of strong relationships, whether with family, friends, colleagues, or clients. True presence fosters empathy, allowing us to better understand and support those around us, which ultimately strengthens our connections and deepens our relationships. Presence also enhances productivity. When we devote our full attention to the task at hand, we can work more efficiently and effectively. Multitasking often dilutes our efforts, leaving us feeling scattered and reducing the quality of our work. By choosing to focus on one thing at a time, we increase our productivity and experience a sense of accomplishment that motivates us to continue forward. This dedicated approach to each task not only improves outcomes, but also brings a sense of purpose and satisfaction that comes from fully engaging with our work. Perhaps most importantly, presence is a path to personal fulfillment. When we immerse ourselves in the present moment, we are more attuned to life's subtle beauty and richness. We notice details that might otherwise pass us by, find joy in simple experiences, and cultivate a greater appreciation for life. This mindfulness strengthens our resilience as we learn to handle life's challenges with calm and composure, rather than becoming overwhelmed by what lies ahead. Presence is ultimately a gift to ourselves and others, a reminder to slow down, savor each moment, and live with intention and awareness. Through presence, we find deeper meaning in our journey and discover the true richness of each day. Overcoming impatience. Impatience is something we all face, especially in a world that encourages instant gratification. Whether it's waiting for a desired outcome, achieving personal goals, or navigating through life's daily frustrations, impatience can test our resolve and lead to unnecessary stress. However, impatience isn't an unavoidable trait. It's something we can work on and transform. Overcoming impatience involves intentional steps and a shift in mindset, allowing us to find peace and fulfillment in the journey, rather than being fixated solely on the end result. The first step to overcoming impatience is to recognize it as it arises. Impatience often stems from a sense of urgency or the feeling that things aren't happening fast enough by our standards. When we start to feel restless, tense, or irritated, it's a sign that we're becoming impatient. Pausing to acknowledge these feelings gives us the opportunity to slow down and regain control, preventing hasty decisions or impulsive reactions. This awareness is a powerful tool. It shifts us from being driven by emotions to approaching situations with intention and mindfulness. A powerful strategy for managing impatience is reframing our mindset. Instead of viewing the waiting period as an obstacle, we can see it as an opportunity for growth. Every journey has its phases, and each one holds valuable lessons. Rather than fixating on the final goal, try to focus on the progress you're making and the small steps that bring you closer to it. This shift in perspective allows us to appreciate the journey, recognizing that some of the most important lessons and insights come from the process itself, not just the destination. Practicing mindfulness is another way to cultivate patience. When we are fully present in the moment, we're less likely to feel the rush to get to the next thing. Mindfulness invites us to savor our current experiences and trust in the timing of our lives. It teaches us that not everything needs to happen immediately. Some things require time to unfold. By embracing each moment, we begin to understand that real progress is often steady and gradual, rather than instantaneous. Cultivating self-compassion is crucial in the process of overcoming impatience. Impatience often arises when we place high expectations on ourselves and our outcomes. By treating ourselves with kindness, acknowledging that setbacks and delays are natural parts of any journey, we become more accepting of the process. This self-compassion fosters resilience, allowing us to continue forward even when progress seems slow. In overcoming impatience, we learn to replace frustration with trust in ourselves, our path, and the timing of our journey. With this patience, we find more peace and fulfillment, allowing us to handle challenges with greater ease and build a life that's not only productive, but also deeply satisfying and meaningful. Patience as a source of strength. Patience is more than just waiting for something to happen. It's a deep inner strength that allows us to navigate challenges with grace and resilience. When we think of strength, we often imagine forceful action, endurance, or power. But patience, though quiet and subtle, is one of the most formidable strengths we can cultivate. It's the ability to hold steady, to withstand discomfort, and to remain hopeful and committed even when the path forward is unclear. Patience is a source of strength because it transforms our mindset, enabling us to approach life's uncertainties with a calm resolve that can weather any storm. One of the most empowering aspects of patience is how it grounds us. In moments of impatience or frustration, our minds often race to find quick fixes or to escape from discomfort. Patience, however, teaches us to slow down, breathe, and stay present, no matter the circumstance. This steady presence fosters resilience, helping us to see challenges not as obstacles, but as experiences to learn from. With patience, we become better equipped to approach problems with clarity and creativity rather than reacting impulsively and potentially exacerbating the situation. Patience also allows us to build trust in the process. Not all results are immediate, and the most meaningful achievements often take time to develop. Whether it's a personal goal, a relationship, or a career aspiration, the journey to success is rarely a straight line. Patience reminds us that progress is cumulative. Every small effort contributes to a larger outcome. By trusting in this gradual growth, we are able to sustain our motivation over the long term, staying committed even when there are no immediate rewards. This endurance becomes a source of strength, allowing us to persevere in the face of setbacks and maintain faith in our journey. Moreover, patience strengthens our relationships. In times of conflict or misunderstanding, it's easy to respond with frustration or impatience. Yet when we practice patience with others, we give space for understanding, communication, and compassion. This patience fosters deeper connections as people feel heard, valued, and respected. We learn to approach situations with empathy, recognizing that everyone has their own journey and timing. Patience in relationships is not a sign of weakness, but a demonstration of respect and trust, ultimately strengthening the bonds we share. Perhaps most importantly, patience helps us cultivate inner peace. When we are patient, we release the need to control every outcome and accept that some things are beyond our immediate influence. This acceptance brings a profound sense of calm, empowering us to focus on what we can control: our reactions, our mindset, and our choices. Through patience, we discover a strength that is resilient yet flexible, enabling us to bend without breaking, to endure without bitterness, and to pursue our goals with unwavering resolve. Patience, in its quiet power, becomes a wellspring of strength that sustains us through life's inevitable challenges and setbacks, reminding us that true strength lies not in force, but in the enduring grace of a patient heart. The link between stillness and clarity. In a world that often equates productivity with constant motion, the idea of stillness can feel counterintuitive. Yet, stillness is one of the most effective tools we have for gaining clarity. When we allow ourselves to pause and experience moments of calm, we create a space for deeper insight and understanding to emerge. Stillness isn't simply the absence of action. It's a conscious choice to step back, disengage from the noise, and give our minds and emotions room to breathe. Through this quiet space, we find clarity, reconnecting with our goals, values, and true selves, which often get buried beneath daily distractions and demands. The practice of stillness allows us to center ourselves, away from the rush of obligations and decisions. When we're constantly in motion, we often make decisions reactively, based on immediate concerns or external pressures rather than our deeper intentions. However, by choosing stillness, we give ourselves the opportunity to reflect, to observe our thoughts and emotions without judgment, and to discern what truly matters. This quiet reflection serves as a grounding force, helping us to see beyond the immediate demands and recognize the broader picture. In this state, we can better evaluate our choices, our next steps, and our motivations with a clearer perspective. In stillness, our minds also become more receptive to new ideas and creative insights. When we're engaged in constant activity, our thoughts can feel cluttered, making it difficult to think innovatively or approach problems from different angles. Stillness creates mental space, allowing thoughts to settle and new ideas to surface. It's in this state of calm that we often find solutions to challenges we've been struggling with, or realize new approaches to old problems. Clarity doesn't come from doing more, but from allowing ourselves the time to simply be, to listen to our own thoughts, and to connect the dots that were previously scattered. Stillness also enables us to tune into our intuition, that inner voice that guides us toward decisions aligned with our authentic selves. In our fast-paced lives, intuition is often overshadowed by the loud demands of external influences. Yet in the quiet of stillness, we can hear this voice more clearly, trusting its guidance and gaining confidence in our choices. Intuition is a form of clarity that doesn't always require logical reasoning, but speaks directly to what feels right on a deeper level. By creating moments of stillness, we empower this inner guidance to shape our decisions in meaningful ways. The link between stillness and clarity lies in the idea of making space for our thoughts to flow, our emotions to settle, and our intuition to rise. In stillness, we reconnect with our true selves and gain the clarity needed to navigate life's complexities with greater purpose and alignment. Embracing stillness as a regular practice can be transformative, helping us to not only make better decisions, but also to lead lives that are rooted in authenticity, self-awareness, and intentionality. Reframing progress. Progress is often seen as a straightforward path toward specific goals, marked by visible achievements and measurable outcomes. But true progress is rarely linear, and its definition can vary widely from one person to the next. Reframing our understanding of progress can be incredibly freeing, allowing us to appreciate our growth, even when it doesn't follow a traditional trajectory or produce immediate, visible results. When we redefine progress, we begin to see it as an ongoing journey of personal development, resilience, and adaptability, rather than a rigid checklist of accomplishments. One way to reframe progress is to view it as a series of learning experiences rather than a race toward a specific endpoint. Setbacks and challenges often bring in valuable lessons, and these moments of difficulty can be among our greatest catalysts for growth. Progress, then, is not merely the achievement of a goal, but the knowledge and self-awareness gained along the way. Each step, each stumble, and each recovery is a part of the progress we're making, even if it doesn't immediately appear as a success in the conventional sense. This shift in perspective reminds us that growth is happening all the time, especially when we are pushing ourselves through uncomfortable or uncertain situations. Reframing progress also involves recognizing the importance of small, consistent actions. We sometimes dismiss small steps because they don't bring instant, noticeable results. However, lasting change is often the result of incremental efforts. A small habit we build today can lead to substantial changes over time. By celebrating these smaller steps, we not only acknowledge our ongoing commitment, but also stay motivated and encouraged rather than discouraged by the slow pace. In this way, progress becomes more about showing up and maintaining consistency than about immediate rewards, and we learn to trust the cumulative power of our efforts. Another powerful way to reframe progress is to focus on self-improvement and personal growth. Too often, we measure our progress by comparing ourselves to others, which can lead to frustration or self-doubt. Yet our journeys are unique, and progress should be measured against our own growth rather than external benchmarks. When we look back and see how far we've come, whether in terms of skills gained, resilience developed, or inner peace attained, we realize that our progress is deeply personal. This inward focus helps us define success on our own terms and cultivates a sense of pride in our individual path. Reframing progress allows us to be more compassionate with ourselves. Instead of feeling frustrated or inadequate when things don't go as planned, we learn to appreciate the journey itself. This mindset fosters patience, resilience, and gratitude, helping us to view each day, no matter how challenging, as a step forward. We become more forgiving of ourselves, recognizing that growth is often subtle and that true progress is about evolving over time. By reframing our understanding of progress, we create space for a more balanced, meaningful journey, one that values the process as much as the outcome. Finding fulfillment in the journey. In a society that often emphasizes outcomes and results, we can easily fall into the trap of measuring our worth and success solely by our achievements. However, true fulfillment comes not from reaching a destination, but from embracing the journey itself. Each step we take, every experience we encounter, and all the lessons we learn along the way shape who we are and contribute to a deeper sense of satisfaction in life. Finding fulfillment in the journey encourages us to slow down, appreciate our experiences, and cultivate a mindset that celebrates progress rather than perfection. One of the first steps in finding fulfillment in the journey is to practice mindfulness. Being present in our experiences allows us to savor the moments, both big and small. Whether it's enjoying a cup of coffee in the morning, engaging in a meaningful conversation, or immersing ourselves in a new project, mindfulness helps us to fully engage with life as it unfolds. When we focus on the here and now, we become more aware of the richness of our experiences. This awareness fosters gratitude, allowing us to recognize and appreciate the beauty that exists in everyday life, making the journey itself a source of joy. Additionally, embracing a growth mindset is essential in finding fulfillment along the journey. A growth mindset encourages us to view challenges as opportunities for learning and development. When we encounter obstacles, instead of seeing them as setbacks, we can approach them with curiosity and openness. Each challenge becomes a stepping stone, allowing us to develop resilience, adaptability, and strength. This perspective transforms our approach to the journey, enabling us to celebrate not just our achievements, but also our efforts and progress, reinforcing the notion that growth often lies in the struggles we face. Building connections with others is another crucial aspect of finding fulfillment in the journey. Sharing our experiences with friends, family, or a community creates a sense of belonging and support. When we celebrate our journeys together, we cultivate deeper relationships and foster an environment of encouragement. This shared experience enhances our sense of fulfillment, reminding us that we are not alone on our paths. The connections we build can inspire us, offer new perspectives, and remind us of the value of collaboration and support as we navigate through life's ups and downs. Finding fulfillment in the journey is about aligning our actions with our values and passions. When we engage in activities that resonate with us, we infuse our journey with meaning and purpose. Setting intentions that reflect our true desires allows us to take steps toward a life that feels authentic and rewarding. This alignment fuels our motivation and gives us a deeper sense of satisfaction in the process. In embracing the journey, we learn to appreciate the moments that make up our lives, cultivating a sense of fulfillment that transcends any single achievement. By nurturing mindfulness, maintaining a growth mindset, building connections, and aligning with our values, we can find joy and meaning in the journey itself, transforming it into a rich tapestry of experiences that define who we are.